session. This is really a good one, and a great friend of ours, Norlela from Telekom Malaysia. Telekom Malaysia's Head Start, the Future of Agentic AI in Source-to-Pay. Norlela Tukiban is a general manager at Telekom Malaysia, becoming quite the rock star, I must say, on doing presentations and sharing stories of transformation from Telekom Malaysia. So pay close attention. Norlela, welcome to the stage.
Thank you, Carl. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yesterday and today, we heard all this from Atish, from Patrick, and this morning. So I don't know what to talk about anymore. Seriously. So they have taken all my points. So
you got it. It's the bottom one.
Oh, it shows. Okay. See, this something needs to be sorted out because it's okay. So my name is Norlela binti Tukiban. I am the General Manager of Finance Shared Service, Telekom Malaysia. So it's Finance Shared Service. You must be wondering what on earth a Finance Shared Service doing here on the stage, talking to you guys, the procurement experts, right? But don't worry, even though I am the Finance Shared Service, I work closely with the procurement people in TM. So basically, I know everything about procurement, the strategic sourcing, the categorization, and so inshallah. So I told you guys that they take everything already, all what I want to say. So I will not talk about what is Agentic AI. Atish already mentioned that. And then just now we already talked about it. But why do I discuss, I want to discuss Agentic AI here. So when I was in Spain last year, I got the opportunity to be the first person also to know about the Agentic AI introduced by Zycus. I was so amazed with Agentic AI at that point of time because I see that, wow, this is so incredible that, with just one instruction, we can get the solution from the AI. So I was thinking, how can I introduce this to TM? We are yet to be using that, but I think we are heading towards it. Because now, currently, with my invoice processing, I already use RPA for my invoice processing. And last year, when I attended another conference, they introduced RPA with GenAI for invoice processing. I did not wait long, so quickly when I go back and I told my IT people, I want to try that. I want to try RPA with GenAI. And Alhamdulillah, as of I'm talking now, I think last 2 weeks, we already went live the system and it is now in parallel run. So I am yet to see the good side of it. But I believe with the combinations of RPA and GenAI, we can actually get more improvement in our invoice processing. So with Agentic AI, I believe that we can actually improve a lot more for our finance shared service operation together with the procurement operations. How do I started off with GenAI also? When we go live our system, CLM, I think Chetni also mentioned just now, how do we become a partner to Zycus? So the project of CLM took almost 9 years of my time. It's so long, right? 9 years of my time. So why is it took 9 years? Because of course there are so many things that, but finally last year, I finally managed to went live the system of CLM with the help of Zycus team. We have a very incredible implementation team from Zycus. I really feel good about it because during our implementation time, whatever that some of the issues that we are not happy with, we managed to resolve it amicably. So that is one thing about that. And thank you to Impressive also, because they are the one that brought Zycus to TM as our partner. So previously our focus is more on GenAI, and even now I am still using GenAI. And GenAI actually can help us with data-driven insights, document automation, and compliance checking. But all this is like, what have we been using? I give you an example. I am a very good fan of GenAI by using ChatGPT. You know, I call my ChatGPT Mr. C. So every morning, I will log to my Mr. C and I'll say, hello Mr. C, how are you today? And even last month, when during the Ramadan time, I seriously do not know what to eat for my breakfast, right? So I go to Mr. C and I said, hi Mr. C, I really need your help. Can you please tell me what should I have for my breakfast? And seriously, I take the recommendation from Mr. C. And then, because after that, he kept on asking me the questions. Okay, then I give all this, and then I put the answers. And finally, I said, okay, then I go for, what do you think? What did I go for? It's A&W. But it gave me the right proposal. You know, they can give you proposal, and you can actually get an answer for it. So that is how I use Gen AI for my day-to-day work today, even from my personal life and also for my work. So now, with Gen AI, that really can help you to do your work much better with efficiency and effective. I don't have to do, you know, I just take about maybe 10 minutes to come up with a slide with ChatGPT. And with Agentic AI, I think that's why it can give us better productivity results, because it can make us, help us to do an autonomous decision making. And, you know, I think Atish also mentioned about that. And she, forgot that his name. The second person also talk about it. So contract validation. With CLM of Zycus iContract solution, actually we already have Gen AI to assist us in a risk assessment. You know, we have this insta review, and they can also extract the contract metadata. But with Agentic AI, it can do more. It can do a contract validations. So hence, like Mr. Nick mentioned just now, with the help of Agentic AI, the work with procurement that handles the contract and the legal team will even become better. So we do not have to wait 3 months to prepare a contract, because some of the negotiations can actually be done by the agents. You know, we call it digital worker or co-digital worker. So you let them do the work for you, and you can do even better jobs. And payment processing, I believe with payment processing, now in my process, my payment processing, I do not go for banking applications approval. You know, everything now is host to host. You know, I send my data from my server, then I send it to the bank server, then the bank will just distribute the money to the beneficiary. I don't have to go in anymore. So this is another layer of the benefits that we can get with Agentic AI. Now, all these things, I will definitely go for it, because I am the person that really look into automations for my process efficiency. And let me share also with you, with the RPA automation in TM, in my division, I have managed to optimize my manpower. This is the real story. So this is the real story. Automations with RPA, with moving forwards, maybe Gen AI and Agentic AI, it can also help all of you to do your manpower optimizations. So that's why I am still looking more and more towards this, so that this is also another way for me to ensure that we can always optimize our manpower. So I talked about it just now, the key capabilities of Agentic AI. So all this are something that you guys want to look into that. So definitely after this, I will go for autonomous invoice processing. I have done the RPA. I have done RPA with Gen AI. Then I will definitely continue to pursue the Agentic AI for invoice processing. You know, the P2P part. Because the S2C part is always from the procurement side, the S2P. Because in TM, the way we manage things are, when it comes to S2C, it's all about the procurement team. But when it comes to P, of course the procurement, the issuance of PO is at procurement side, but the PO is actually, the issuance of the PR is actually at our cost center level. So, and then that one is also managed by them. But when it comes to the payment side, everything is under us. You know, we control the overall payment of TM Group because we are the finance shared service. So that's why when it comes to autonomous invoice processing, we are the one that look into that, then I will definitely pursue this. So the rest of other thing is on the procurement. And now with the spend analysis and cost optimization, this will further help us. So when we talk about spend analysis, even now, we have this CLM, right? CLM also give us the contract utilizations. And from there also we can actually do the spend analysis. However, with you seen yesterday, the demo of the Agentic AI that show you the spend analysis, that is even better. So why wait for this solution? So because like the panel yesterday say, if you wait, you will become irrelevant. If you wait, then you're going to lose from the competitive edge of others. So don't wait. So I believe in that because I also do not wait. You know, whenever there's a new thing, I will quickly tell my IT people, I want to try this. I want to try this. Of course, when we talk about this, like the RB Highcom said, you know, everything comes from the top, right? So in any automation, if your top does not support your proposal or your wish list, then it's not going to be easy. So you have to make sure that your top also plays the role. So that is why TM, our GCEO, vision and mission is heading towards digital powerhouse in 2030. So that is why our GCEO, Mr. Amar, get all our people, all the top management work towards it. So we are, so if you guys are from Telekom, from Malaysia, please remember that TM vision and mission is to become the digital powerhouse by 2030 and also to become the region digital powerhouse, you know, to support Malaysia initiative. So these are the potential use cases for TM. Okay, I mentioned just now already. So let me just share with you. Recently, we also embarked into another solution for our sourcing. But that doesn't mean that we cannot pursue this. That doesn't mean that we cannot pursue the supplier performance management for Agentic AI. So same goes to you. If you have any other solution, the fact that we can always integrate with the Agentic AI, it cannot stop us from implementing it. So in TM, because the fact that we are the techco company, because previously we are telco, but we have actually shifted to become a techco company. So with a techco company and our vision to become the digital powerhouse by 2030, all this is a must. Because how can we show to other people that we want to become the digital powerhouse, right? When we are not supporting all this new jargon, these are all the game changer. So if we are not part of it, we cannot become the first in whatever that we do. I also want to get that award from Zycus, the first innovator, something like that. So this is the Zycus case study. I do not want to talk about it anymore. They already talked about it for the 2 days from yesterday and today. So you have seen it. I have seen it also when I was in Spain. So I'm going to skip this. Okay. So these are the case study. I hope that for telecom industry, okay, we will be the first also in Malaysia to do that. So all of you here, I do not know how many of you guys have actually embarked on the AI assisted sourcing. Anyone? Anyone that have actually done this? AI assisted sourcing, procurement, spend analysis, and negotiation boss. No? Not yet? So maybe you guys also need to be the first one to take up the challenge. So let's work together to become the first one to use the Agentic AI. Now, because I believe all of us already use the Gen AI, right? Anyone use Gen AI for invoice processing? For procurement solution? The Gen AI? Yeah, the guy that got the award. So don't wait, because like me, I do not wait. I believe by doing all this, we get the best of it. And I have seen the benefits. You really can optimize your manpower. But that doesn't mean you are kicking them out, right? Yeah. Because they can do a lot of other things, We are talking about data analysis, things like that. When we want to perform the project implementations, any project implementations, it doesn't matter if it's a small scale or it's actually enterprise-wide scale. These are the things that you must consider. And when I did my CLM implementation for the past how many years, I really look into this. And as I mentioned just now, with the clicks on my table, when I started off the project, any project, the two things that I look into is that the first thing is make sure your process are standardized. Because if you do not do this, no matter how small or big your project is, you're going to fail. Trust me, you're going to fail. Because I have seen that. So that's why whatever that I do, even my RPA, because RPA, you need a work instruction, right? You need to do the task capture. So even a small process you did not do, then your robots will be failed. So standardize your process across the group. If you implement enterprise-wide scale, so standardize your process across the group. When I implemented CLM for TM group, that is the thing that we did. We standardized the process across the group. Because without that, we cannot get the things to be applicable for all the people in the group to be used. And integration also is another area that we really need to look into. Make sure you have your high-level diagram when you talk about the integrations. You know, in TM, we have more than 100 integrations because in TM, we are a very big company. You know, we have about, now we have about 17,000 people, employees in TM. And our billing system are robust, and all our systems, even from the small until everything needs to be integrated to our ERP system. So that's why we have more than 100 integrations. And when you do your project, don't ever miss one. Because recently, when we embarked on this and other solutions, and then suddenly they came to me, the first thing that I asked is, what happened to my uploading of invoice from my vendor? Where is it? Oh, this one, we're going to decommit. I said, you're going to decommit? So what am I going to use if you decom this system? They don't look into that. They did not ask other users. So I said, don't you dare touch my solution. Because if you touch my solution, then my vendor cannot upload their invoices. And how can they get payment? So this is critical. This is crucial. So you have to let your people know about this. Even though you are in procurement or you are in anywhere, but to know that your systems are integrating with other systems is very important. So that is very crucial. And the next thing that I want to talk about is about data cleansing. We talked about it yesterday also on data cleansing. We are moving towards another ERP platform system. This year we are embarking on it already. And the fact that I told you that we are, we are massive, we have a lot of systems, then whatever that in our GL are coming from a lot of subsystems. And the data that we have is about 20 years data, maybe 30 years data. And I really need to make sure that the data that we're going to migrate to our new ERP system will be a clean system. So data cleansing is important. Make sure it is part of your plan. Don't ever miss it, and make sure that everyone in your company look into that. Okay? So how you want to know that whether, because someone asked about tools, right? I also want to ask about that tools. Someone said just now, oh, you must have a tools to do the data cleansing. Whether you have cleansed your data. I really wanted to ask that question yesterday, but I did not manage to. So later, maybe please give me the answer. What will be the tools for me to ensure that I have cleansed all my data? Okay? Trust and transparency, data governance and compliance. These are all important, but when you do all this, trust and transparency, another trust is, please do not miss your stakeholder. Someone also said the stakeholder management is important, right? So don't ever miss getting the buy-in from your stakeholder. Because what happened when I talk about just now, they want to decom my solution, the reason is because they never consulted us. They are in their world. Do not work in silo. That's the most important part. Do not work in silo, because silo-mindedness kills everyone. Okay? That is also another thing that we need to do. And lastly, it's all about change management. When I went live the system of CLM in TM, of course the change management is important, and we do have a separate team on that. So every time from our day one of our design development, whenever there's a change, I make sure that they take the change and they look into that and they put it in a table so that later on, when we talk about the change management, we have all the changes that is going to happen, and they need to know about it and how we resolve it. Because sometimes, this is another thing that I want to share with you, sometimes when we embark into a system, we always want to follow our process. No. Don't ever have that kind of mentality, because when you embark into a new system, that new system offers you to work differently. you know, it has to be core clean. I take from SAP word. You know, the core must be clean. So especially if you work based on OOTB solution. So when you work with OOTB solution, now with SaaS platform, you know, we are working on OOTB solution. You must ensure that whatever the process that they have, try as much as possible to follow. And if cannot, try as much as possible. It just can be configured, but not customized. That is also another advice from users like me. Okay? Okay. The future is now. Don't wait. I think the next time that you need to do is try whatever you need to do. Do some pilot initiative with Agentic AI. You know, maybe you can get Zycus to give you the 6-month pilot, okay, on the Agentic AI for your intake management. Any questions?